Aloha, July 10th, 2017. Doing a global report and just trying to follow up on some questions I had from people asking questions about the weather and what's going on. And you can see they're working on a couple hurricanes down in this area, and you can see how they form. Also, there's a few storms brewing that are exploded in Texas. I think this is the other day's loop though, so now we're getting closer probably to today. So you'll see two hurricanes form right here, 1, 2. I think this is the second one they're working on. But you can just see they're just downbursts and then a few trails and voila. And then of course there's the ionospheric heaters that they use as well. I'll just show you that really quick and we'll come back. You can see that they're ionospheric heatering the center of that one right there, and that increases the speed and intensity of the hurricane. And this one, it looks like they blocked it or something. They've got ionospheric heaters running this way. I'm not sure. We'll see what this one does, but that's just to let you know that's happening. And then up here in Indiana, just filled with trails there, Chad. This is for Chad Tilton, I believe, who is the name. And here you can just see, well, it's actually just started the loop over, but you could see what happened there, and I'm going to go over that more later. But we'll just move right along over here on this one. I'm going to slow the speed down. And they are just EMFing us like crazy, and this is some reporting on this for Lori and the people of Hawaii. And you can see this pattern. Again, that was my epiphany. I was so excited. I couldn't believe that I found that. You know what this is? This is the top of the CERN building. So we'll just do that really quick. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? This is a wood building, and it's the visitor center for CERN. And you can see the rings, and here is the pulse over Hawaii that they had, which looked like that. And then there was also another one, a little more intense, over the entire United States. And I posted those, and anyway, you can definitely see that these frequencies are being pulsed, and I'm tying it to CERN because the building looks like that. I don't know. I know it sounds crazy, but that makes sense to me. Apparently not to a lot of other people. But anyway, and you can see California is getting blasted, and all of poor Canada. I mean, I even hate to show you that one. But you can see the pulses. They also happen right over here in the center in the Atlantic. There we go. So it reaches there. Let's move right on over, and you can see over here, oh look, Saudi Arabia, they have had some nice weather, so they pulsed it and shoved it out and heated them up. And I think this is Yemen, I believe. Anyway, they get pulsed a lot. Boom. That's happening now. Actually, that was the last speed. So here you go, Madagascar, they get pulsed all the time, and it's very hot. Look at that. So this is the tip of Africa, Madagascar, and then we'll just slide right on over to here. And China got nailed, I believe. Or is this is Australia. It gets nailed all the time. They don't even show you because it's so bad. But we'll watch the screen so you can see when it does show it, what they look like. This is Australia right over there, and there's all these pulses. Here's Australia. Just leave my arrow there. You can see all the pulses. We'll slide up a little bit. You can see the whole continent gets it. Yeah. So we're going to move on up, and I'm going to show you what's being done in Japan and in Russia. Sort of. I mean, it's kind of hard, but they get pulsed. Look at that. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Japan's like right here. So I'll hold my arrow on Japan so you can see that. And that's what's happening there. So this CERN thing, or if you think I'm sure there's these people out there that know exactly what this is, and they're laughing at me. But I had a real aha moment on that. So I think that's enough of that mount. I'm going to move right along over here to show you what is happening. I'm not sure which place this is. Oh, this was Indiana. This is your pulsing. We're all getting it. I think this is the 5G that they haven't come out with yet. And these are the pulses, and I'm not revealing this site until they figure it out, which it probably won't be long, so I'm documenting this so you can see this is happening. It happens, but once I show this, sometimes I lose the feed, but it happens all the way to Texas, and there's no escaping it. These are pulses, and you can tell this is what the screen should look like all the time, and you can see the angles on it, all the different swaths, and it's to manipulate the weather, and it's microwaving us at the same time. And I am still feeling a little, it almost knocked me over yesterday. I was so dizzy. At one point I was like, oh, they must have pulsed this. Here you got these pulses that happens in New York. And then this is the other map showing what happens. They lay the trails and then they activate them. You can see the white activation. It's the cross-haired areas. And also these trails just emanate out of nowhere. Look at that. These are just created right there. Whoop, we got a storm. Let's bubble it up. Oh, let's go ahead and hit it with the microwaves. Zzz, zzz. And the same, all these are trails, and they activate it. There they go, activating that. And this has all got a pulse running through it as well. All this has pulse. I don't know if you can see it, but it does. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer up so you can see the pulse in here. They've actually sort of edited the feed since I've been reporting on this site, so I think I barely get to see the lines, but they're there. And yeah, it's too close. But well, these you can see. Okay, moving right along, because if I make the video too long, it'll take a long time to post. Here's Hawaii, and it has been pulsed for the whole. It's still being pulsed. You can see the little bit of lines there. It's hard to see on that one. Let me see if this one. Let's slow it down. You can see the actual pulses here. This is Hawaii. That's our current feed, I think. And all right, it's not working, unfortunately. So let's just go to. This is the last day. 1, 2, 3. You can see all the pulse happening there. And then this is last night and today. They go through that. And our current feed is not, I believe it's not being hit. No. It's still got some striations in it, but I don't think it's happening too bad. Okay. Moving right along. Sorry. In telecast, here's the 2 hurricanes down here they're working on. And you can just see they're just exploding a bomb right now, right down here, just to make this one the second one. And then what else did I want to show you? Oh my gosh. Okay. I think that's enough for now, but you can just see that the weather is being manipulated, created, and then we're getting pulsed with the 5G. That's your update. There was also a streak here. Sorry, I don't like, well, you guys can just fast forward or slow down the loop, whatever you want to do, but I'm just trying to get this in here. I did see some kind of a, there it is. That's what I saw. So that was a beam. Okay, that's your report. Have a great evening and aloha. Hope this was informative, and I hope everybody feels okay and find out ways to protect yourself from EMF.